So my presentation is going to be about the warehouse. I'm in the same group with the girls, Vanessa, Nat, and Diana. So continue with the same company. First, I'm going to address the integrated marketing strategies that the warehouse used to position and reposition the online environment. So first, there are 4 pillars that need to be considered when it comes to the integrated marketing communications. So those are coherence, consistency, continuity, and complementarity. So coherence refers to that bottom line that it's about every message and how they connect it. And consistency refers to how each message support to each other. So analyzing how the warehouse emits different message through the website, social media, and all the printed stuff they do, I will agree that they have consistency and coherence, and we're gonna see more about it. Continuity is because they are linked in time. So let's say they will not differ in terms of message 2 years ago compared to now. They will remain faithful to their essence and to their values and who they are, as well as complementary, because when you put everything together, all the messages are like a puzzle, and they look better combined. Next one. So probably Vanessa mentioned a little bit about this. We have some common messages in the warehouse, like making New Zealanders' lives better, always offering bargains, affordable prices, and a place is basically a place where you can find a bargain and something suitable for you in a good price, and the price that match a quality. Yes. So in terms of the promotional mix, we can analyze different aspects that the warehouse covered. The first one could be the advertising. Here we have to consider the warehouse is one of the retailer companies, the biggest one in New Zealand. And if we compare the warehouse with some of the direct competitors they may have here in New Zealand, for instance, Kmart, here in New Zealand, the warehouse have around 90 stores nationwide. Compared to the warehouse, to the Kmart, they will probably have 20 around New Zealand. In the website, they say they have 200, but that's combined Australia and New Zealand. So even though the warehouse is a big company, a well-defined, strong, they still use advertising. And we can see probably when we're about to take the bus, or we see in the street some advertisements for the warehouse. And they also use the classic and traditional methods such as radio, print campaigns, television, and the warehouse also use a catalog that they print, but it's also available online. Diana, can you please click the previous one? Can you please click on the online work? So here we can see. Okay, so it's not available. Sorry. Oh, just 1 second. Yes. So here we can see they print the catalog online. And we can find all the bargains and the discounts, promotion they do in a monthly base, and they will also print it, and they will have it available in the stores. And well, but as we asked in the previous presentation, probably here in Christchurch they're not that common, but in Auckland you can probably find it. Back to presentation, please. Next one. This one? No, next. Yeah. Okay, so about public relationship, we can analyze how the warehouse as a company relates themselves to other companies or to newspaper, media overall, just to brand itself, to increase or boost the performance of the brand, and to strengthen how people just see the brand. So, for instance, we can understand how the warehouse is doing several attempts. Next one, please. And here. So it is good to say at this point that the warehouse is not just a solitary company. It belongs to a group here in New Zealand, and it's called the Warehouse Group. So in the Warehouse Group, we can see so many of the attempts that they're actually trying to do as an initiative to support in like issues in society or community. So one of the ones that I'm going to point today is this campaign, just right in the middle of the top, the period product donation bins. So at certain time, it was like 2 months ago, they have a campaign in the warehouse. You could just buy in the warehouse itself or another store products for period menstruation, and you can put it in the bins. And the warehouse afterwards, they will take it and distribute it around different places where these where women were suffering of or lacking of these products. So we can see how deposited in the website. Next one, please. And afterward, this is what public relations means. They got some visibilization in the News Hub, which is a website really well known here in New Zealand, as well as the stuff.com. So both of them repost or made a full coverage about the campaign and how they were attending to address this issue, and how the warehouse itself was supporting women to diminish the suffering with the period. So this is a good example of public relations. Next one, please. About the red marketing and data marketing, as we can see, the warehouse, what they do in this term is in the website they have available these tiny box. You can see that at the end of the website, and then you can sign up with your freely with your email, and afterwards they will send you all the emails they have and the latest update for you. Next one, please. This is one example, one of the emails that you can receive if you're subscribed to the Warehouse News. They will send you the bargains, discounts, promotions, price drop, everything they have at the moment. Next one. Okay, so how the Warehouse website is helping to enhance the brand message. As we may discuss before, some of my classmates, they actually point at the fact that the Warehouse, despite being a big company, they probably may have issues at this point in their online behavior, because it's not the common, and it was seen in our survey that probably the customers still prefer to go to the store and buy in a store than buying online. Even though that we have to point that they're doing a great effort, and actually they had a lot of tools to enhance the brand message through the website. Next one. So we can see how the website, for example, connects to all the platforms, social platforms they have: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube it's actually not highlighted, but they have YouTube. So at the bottom, they have all the social platforms they have available, LinkedIn as well, and they remind people to download the app, which is something that of course enhance the brand message, because they try to make life easier for Kiwi people. Click and collect is also another way that is available in the website, and people can just access to it and enhance that message. And the organization of the app and the website itself. I mean, the design is offers a friendly, user-friendly experience for people to go to the website and just use the categories they have and buy easily. As I mentioned, overall everything is connected. I mean, the website can take you to Instagram, and Instagram can take you to the website, or YouTube can take you to the website, and so on. Next one, please. So this is what I mentioned. Everything is organized by category, so it's really easy to buy. At this moment, they want to actually point, and they're making a great effort because of the season about winter. So that's the first category they point out. So if you want to buy something in regards to that refers to winter, you will go to the first one. Next one, please. Okay, so about challenges encountered in this online environment and in terms of enhancing the brand messages. We found two main issues. The first one, despite having a great website, the chatbots is not available 24/7, which is a remarkable thing, because they will, if you visit the website, you will have the chatbots online or available at certain periods of time, but let's say during the night late, you won't have someone who can attend or take your concern right away. They will do it, but you will receive a reply afterwards, which is something quite odd, because if you may go to another website, you will probably receive assistance right away in lifetime. And it might be possible that people is also having trust issues in terms of doing the transactions, payments, and all these processes on the different platforms. Okay, so in terms of improvement to the company performance in social media, we have found some things as well. Next one. Okay, so as Vanessa mentioned, I think Diana as well, the different platforms they have, of course, they have features. For example, YouTube, it will be good to post video and upload information that it will be helpful in terms to teach customers or educate customers how to use certain products. While Instagram will allow more interactivity with the customers, Facebook as well. So in the case of the warehouse, we found that they need to explore a little bit more the features of each platform. And just to put an example, I did this by myself. I have been following this past week the warehouse each day on Instagram. They don't use stories. They don't use any of the features to interact with the customer. Let's say surveys, polls. They hardly ever use reels, or they don't look live. I don't know, with certain person important for New Zealand, just to teach how to decorate your house or ideas like this. They don't actually implement it. And this is why we actually think they could be more active in terms of posting stories, interacting through polls, questions, surveys, because this is why the social media was made, and they could make an effort to actually become more strong in this one. And they will need to constantly renew its message. I mean, we know they have a bottom line, making people's New Zealand people's life easier, bargains, all that. But they could be more creative in terms of communicating this message one and again and again and again. That's what the recommendations we think. The next one, and that's it.
Yeah. Well done, Alex. Okay, very good presentation. Okay, very detailed. So the only, let's say, maybe the missing points will be when you discuss for the different promotional mixture.
Mm-hmm.
You can, let's say, maybe mention the SEO as well as the user-generated content.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. This is the only point I can figure out. Okay, but the rest of them are very good discussions. Okay.